Hi, I'm Judy Craig with Edina Realty, and today I get to talk with Kelli Kaufer, and I've worked with Kelli in a staging capacity in my business, helping my sellers get their homes ready to be on the market. So Kelli has been gracious to join me today.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Kelli, talk about a little bit about your business and what you do.
Well, I've been designing homes, new constructions, remodels for the past 12 years.
Okay.
And staging has been a part of that as well. So it's a good mix to have together.
But you have like a whole huge business, and that's like a whole nother day with HGTV, and you work with builders. But today we're going to talk about staging, and staging specifically for sellers who want to get the most bang for their buck as they're prepping their home for the market.
Absolutely, yeah. And what a lot of people don't realize when they're selling the home, the outside of their home makes a big difference. You want people to stop and say, wow, that house is really nice on the outside. I can't wait to get on the inside. Look at the paint. Is it chipping? Is it flaking? Does it need some touch-ups? Lighting is another thing. If there's some bulbs that are out, make sure that you replace them with real high wattage. I've never had anybody say there's too much outside lighting. I've always heard them say there's not enough. Right.
Okay, question I have for you. There are different times of the year where it's easier to dress up the outside of your house. Obviously summer when there's beautiful flowering bushes, that kind of stuff. What do we do when here in Minnesota we've got snowy days? And I know for sure all my clients work really hard on making sure that the sidewalks are shoveled and all that stuff, but what other things could they be doing?
Just make sure that the sidewalks are really cleaned and there's no ice. The garbage cans are put away, and just take a look. And
how about icicles? Is that
exact? Knock those suckers down. It would be
right.
good. Yeah.
Get the room out. Okay.
Exactly. Yep. And also the windows, the front door, the glass. Make sure that's really clean. And the front door. You can always paint your front door.
So, what other things that do you see when you're talking with either my clients or other people that are staging? What are the other things that you find that really need attention?
When people walk into the home, it's kind of like the first 20 seconds, they know if they like the home or not. So the entry makes a big deal. You know, it's got to be clean, clear of clutter, and maybe have some flowers or a plant at the side table when you first walk in.
And a rug to put the shoes.
Yeah.
Because that seems to always be awkward, like where do we put our shoes? Because you want them to take their shoes off, so.
Yep. And another thing too is make sure, I always say less is more on the inside of the home. Let's say you have 2 couches and 2 side chairs in a family room and it just kind of seems closed in. You want the people to see the house and its character itself. You want them to visualize themselves in the home, not the way you live, but you also want to create easy walkway to traffic areas. So let's say you have, like I said, 2 couches, 2 chairs, maybe remove those 2 chairs out of the space. So it's easy to get around. Exactly. And then if you don't have a storage, let's say a storage unit, put it in your garage. Because the garage is typically the last place that people go look at.
Absolutely. One of the other things that I've always brought up is opening up window treatments. Do you want to talk about window treatments and what you see needs to be changed?
Just keep them open, like you said.
Okay.
Brighter the house, the better. If you have shades, put them all the way up to the top. And if, like you said, if you have drapes on each side of the windows, make sure that they're open all the way.
Well, and it's the more light that's in a room that makes the room bigger.
Correct.
So then it feels like a bigger space, and it's just better for the whole vision of the house.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And accessorizing. Again, less is more. Take more out. You want them to see the house. Like if you have beautiful trim or beautiful floors, less rugs, take up those rugs so they can see the beautiful floors.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the little things that do make a difference. Another thing is closets.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always tell all of the sellers is to get rid of half of what they have in their closets. It just creates more space. Like, oh my gosh, they have so much storage in this house.
Like I can see my stuff in there.
Right.
Okay.
And people open up doors, they look in every nook and cranny in a home. They do. And if your closets are well taken care of, that's not a mess, then they say, wow, these people take really good care of their home, even inside their closets.
What about storage rooms in the basement? I'm curious what your thoughts are on that.
Well, if there's one room, I think that has some storage in it, it's okay, because people know you're in the process of moving and trying to sell your home. So one room is okay to have some storage items in it if you have no other place.
Right, and most people know that there's going to be storage. So, but just to still be tidy with it.
Absolutely. No, your accessories should be in bins, stacked up nicely. If there's furniture in there,
I think I need to do that at my house.
I don't, so why?
All right.
Yeah, and furniture, stack it nicely, throw a sheet over it, or just make sure it's nice and clean.
Okay.